Gary, do you know any reason why Howard hasn't come over for so long? I'm beginning to really worry about it.
I wouldn't worry about it.
Well, I am. I'm afraid that maybe we've done something to offend him.
No, you haven't, but I'm sure I have.
What do you mean?
Oh, nothing. We had an argument about a week or so ago. I'm sure that has something to do with it.
An argument about what?
There's nothing important. Nothing important. You know Howard, he takes everything seriously.
Harry, what was the argument about?
He was telling me how to live my life again, including my life with you, and I don't like that.
What?
Well, Gina, Howard has an unfortunate habit of thinking he understands best things that he's never experienced. Look at it. He's single, unmarried, and telling me how to run my marriage. Told him to buzz off. I guess he did.
Gary, I don't want to see you two on the outs. Can't you try to do something to patch things up? I don't want Howard to feel that he's unwelcome here.
Even if he is?
Oh, come on now, Gary. You don't mean that.
Maybe I do. I don't know. I think I'll cool it with old Howie for a while. Seems like whenever he starts getting comfortable with me, that's when all the advice starts.
Well, it seems to me that both of you are mature enough to be able to come to some kind of middle ground, short of not seeing each other at all.
Does it really bother you that much?
Yes, it does. Darling, I was raised with a family around me all the time, and now that Katie and Mark are gone, I really miss that. Howard's the only family that we have around here. And you know, I invited him and Dory over for Thanksgiving 3 weeks ago.
Well, I was kind of hoping I'd be in the family here for you.
Don't confuse the tub.
I am going to have that thing disconnected.
Hello.
Hi, Gina. Tracy Quartermain.
Oh, hi.
Is Gary there? Can I speak to him, please?
Just a minute. Tracy Quartermain. Don't suppose she misplaced her reading glasses again, do you?
Good morning.
Hi, Gary. I have some wonderfully exciting news for you. I couldn't wait to pass it along.
Oh, yeah? What's that?
Julian Drake called Daddy last night and he wants to talk to you about your book. He wants you to come into New York as soon as possible. Isn't that exciting?
I'll say it is. Oh, all right. You tell your Mr. Drake I will be in New York anytime he wants me.
Here we go. Morning coffee.
Oh, great. You are an angel.
Honey, it's only a cup of coffee.
I know, but you're waiting on me hand and foot. I can't tell you how looking forward I am to being able to wait on myself. And you.
Well, don't be in such a rush. I enjoy doing it.
Oh, thank you. You know, I was thinking this morning what a real Thanksgiving we're going to have. We've never had so much to be thankful for.
Hey. You're right. I'm glad to see you looking so well. I guess that visit with Heather yesterday agreed with you, huh?
Yeah, we had a nice visit, but I'm still a little worried about her.
Why, honey?
Well, she's still getting calls from Cal Jameson. It's making her very nervous, and this is just not a good time for her to be under any sort of emotional strain. It seems like the only time she's ever calm is when she's with PJ. Mom had gone out yesterday, and the nurse wasn't here. So she gave PJ his bath, got him ready for bed, everything.
Yeah, I know she enjoys looking after PJ, but I'm a little surprised that she's still bothered by that Jameson character. What did she say about it?
Not very much. I kind of tactfully dropped the subject when I saw how upset she got. But apparently he keeps insisting that little Stephen Lars is alive someplace.
Oh. Now, I can't make heads or tails of that situation. I just hope that Jeff's able to find out something from him this time instead of being tortured by bits and pieces of information.
Peter, he also said that the death certificate they found when they went to New York was a forgery.
What?
Yes. Yes, I think that that's what's making Heather so on edge.
Yeah, except that she should be thrilled about it. I mean, it could mean that her baby is still alive.
I know. I told her the exact same thing. But she just, I don't know what's the matter with the girl. She just seems so confused.
Yeah, you're probably right, honey.
And then Mother said something very weird.
What?
She said when she went over to pick up PJ at Heather and Jeff's, Heather was saying goodbye to PJ and actually started to call him Stephen Lars, but then she kind of caught herself.
Well, that's really not very surprising. I mean, until Heather has her own baby, all those old wounds of losing Stephen Lars they're never really going to heal. Her condition's probably aggravated by all those calls from Jameson.
Yeah, I wish there was something I could do.
I know. I know, honey. Yeah. Yes, this is the Taylor residence. What? Yes.
Good morning. Sorry. Hope you slept as well as I did last night. Yeah, fine, thanks, Mom.
All right.
I've got a very busy day mapped out. I'm going to do all our Thanksgiving marketing. Going to Miller's Market to pick up the turkey.
Fine, well, thank you for
There's
calling.
some fresh ones there. I thought we might try one.
Yes, I see. Yes, all right. Goodbye.
Peter, what is it? What was that all about? I can tell by your expression something happened.
I'm afraid so.
Bad news, Peter?
Oh, look, now, I don't want either one of you two to get worked up. Beth was in an automobile accident early this morning. Now, she's in the hospital, but she's going to be fine.
Oh, not Beth? Oh, but where is she?
Look,
How did it happen?
Mom, I don't know all the details yet, but apparently she was on a modeling assignment near Lake Placid. They've taken her to the hospital there. They say there are no major injuries. Now, she's got a badly sprained left foot and some bad cuts and bruises on her face.
Oh, my poor... I've got to go to her. Did they say how long she'd be hospitalized?
Well, the doctor said she should be well enough to leave within the week, but he also said she may need plastic surgery after the cuts have healed.
Oh, for the model, that could be so serious. How long would it take to get there from Port Charles, by bus, say?
Well, no more than a few hours, I imagine, at the outside.
All right. Oh, no, I can't leave Diana now. Oh, Mom, please. No, that's ridiculous. Please, Beth needs you there. I'll be fine. Besides, I'll feel better just knowing it.
Mom, Diana is right now. Now, you go ahead. Don't worry about us. We'll get someone to help out here.
Yeah, come on. I'll let you have
You're
your pack.
sure?
Absolutely sure. Now, you go pack, and I'll check the bus schedule, okay?
All right. Thank you.
Okay.
No, dear, you don't have to help me. I'll be perfectly all right right now. It'll be good to be busy.
Yes, I'll hurry. Peter, after I just got through saying what a perfect holiday we were going to have, everything happened so fast.
Honey, I'm sorry if you're upset, but I felt as though I had to be completely honest with you.
Why now all of a sudden after you kept it secret from me these past 2 days? Jeff, why didn't you tell me the minute you heard that death certificate was a forgery?
Heather, the only reason I didn't tell you was because I didn't want to upset you. That's all.
Not right, Jeff. I am not a child who can't be told things.
Honey, do you have any idea how much it's bothered me not telling you? I mean, the only reason I haven't was because of your condition. I mean, I've had Gina and your mother both telling me how important it was to keep you from getting nervous and high-strung during this time. So I tried. But Heather, you know that I don't believe in secrets between a husband and a wife. I never have. I didn't like it when Diana kept the truth from Peter about her illness. And all the chaos that Leslie caused by not telling Rick the truth is a perfect example of what can happen.
Yeah, what finally changed your mind?
Well, you finally asked me directly. And I couldn't lie to you then. It's one thing to evade, but an out-and-out lie is a totally different thing.
Oh, it's Susan's fault, all of it.
Susan? What are you talking about?
Well, she's the one who's been goading you into this Mitch Williams business all along.
Heather, you know that's not true. Now, come on, let's just drop it, all right? Heather, will you hold still?
Just let go of me, Jeff.
No, not until you listen to me. Now, you are letting your anger cloud your reason.
Am I?
Yes. Don't you realize that this means that our son might still be alive somewhere? My God, Heather, it's a time of hope, not of anger, and certainly not despair. I shouldn't even have to tell you that.
It's just that it's such a shock.
Well, of course it is. How do you think I felt when John Hapgood called me and told me the news, huh?
I don't know what to think. Jeff, where is it all going to end?
Honey, it's going to end with our finding Stephen Lars, assuming he's still alive. And I promise you right here and now that I won't rest until I found him.
Well, good morning.
Good morning, Dory.
Hi, how are you this bright November morning?
Well, just fine, thanks. Oh, I've been meaning to ask you, Audrey, how's your niece enjoying her stay?
Well, she's enjoying it immensely. I know we love having her. She is such a help with Tommy, I can't tell you.
I'm sure.
Dory, has Jeff come in yet?
Oh, well, I haven't seen him. Let me check. Let's see. No, he's not due in for another half hour. Oh, and I almost forgot to tell you. You'll never guess who called me this morning.
Who?
Mark and Katie.
From London?
Yes. They were having lunch with some staff members at the hospital where Mark's working with Dr. Copeland. One of the surgeons is a doctor that I used to work with when I was a surgical nurse there.
Oh, how did they sound?
Oh, just fine. And Mark's hoping that they're going to make it over for the Christmas holidays, if he can get away.
Oh, I'd sure love to have him back on staff here. But his work with Dr. Copeland is invaluable experience for him.
They tried to persuade me to go over for a short holiday.
Oh, now, Dory, why don't you?
Well, I promised them I'd think about it.
Good. Now, listen, when Jeff comes in, would you tell him I'd like to see him as soon as he's available? I have to get moving.
Yes, of course. I'll tell him the minute I see him.
Thank you, Dory. See you later, okay?
Dory, yes. Have you heard about what happened between Bobby and Laura yesterday?
Yes, I did. I was terribly upset about it.
I don't know what to do about it. Now, I know you've worked very closely with Bobby, and I do want to be fair about it. But I also want to make sure that there is no recurrence of this.
Well, I don't have any first-hand information because I wasn't here. But I do know that Bobby has a tremendous amount of resentment toward Laura because of Scotty. I mean, I can't imagine why she would have gone to the bookroom in the first place when she knew that Laura was there.
Yes, well, that was my thought exactly, but she insists that she just went down for a book. But of course, I want to get Laura's version of this first before I take any kind of disciplinary action.
Well, I know whatever you decide will be fair, but Bobby needs to be discouraged from bringing her personal problems into the hospital. She has a very, very bad tendency of doing just that.
I think you're right about that. Well, I'd have to be getting busy. One more thing. Now, I know this is a strictly American tradition and not very significant to you, but Steve and I would love it if you'd spend Thanksgiving with us, unless, of course, you have other plans.
Oh, Audrey, that is so sweet of you. Thank you. As a matter of fact, Gina had invited me a while back. I don't know if it's still on.
Well, why don't you check and get back to me?
All right, I'll do that. I'll find out today.
And needless to say, Howard Lansing would be more than welcome if you care to ask him.
Thank you, Audrey.
I can't believe Julian Drake is going to talk about my book. He is a very big publisher.
Oh, that sounds wonderful, darling. What else did Tracy have to say?
Nothing. She just wanted to let me know. Honey, do you realize what this could mean?
That you'll be a famous author.
Better than that. If Drake wants to publish it, it will give me an advance against royalty so that I could write it. I can't very well be a famous author if I haven't written it, right?
True.
Oh, honey, you have no idea what this will do for my morale.
Well, I think I can see what it's already done for your morale.
Why aren't you more excited then?
Well, I do think it's wonderful, Gary. I really do. It's just that I hate to see you get your hopes up too high in case it doesn't happen. Look, you've never written a book before, and that's a whole other world for you.
You bet it's a whole other world. A whole big, wonderful world, and probably the answer to everything I've ever wanted. And if this comes through, I am going to make you so happy you won't be able to believe it.
Hey, Gary, don't you realize you've already done that? I mean, there's nothing I want that I don't already have.
Well, then you're too easily pleased. There's a lot of things that I still want, and that's no reflection on you.
What we have isn't enough for you.
Well, yeah, honey, but I want some of this other stuff, too, before we're too old to not be able to enjoy it.
Fame and success.
You bet, as much as they're willing to hand out. And if you'll excuse me, I have to change because I'm meeting Tracy at the hospital.
Why?
She's going to tell me how to talk to Julian Drake. Give me a crash course on being a young author on the way to fame and fortune. If you'll excuse me, I don't want to be late.